What's up, guys? Welcome to Move to Action. Hope you're having a phenomenal week so far. Hey, let me remind you that I love you. I want you to key in. I want you, because this video is going to cause you to think about yourself. You process some stuff about you, right? I know it's uncomfortable, so I want you to stay on, right? I want you to watch this all the way through and process this. The whole reason we do Move to Action is because I really do believe, I've seen it in my life and people's lives around me, if we will move to action day in and day out, we will accomplish these wild dreams that God has put in our heart. This amazing potential that lives inside of you. All you are is a couple move to actions away, a lifestyle, a thought, a mantra of moving to action. So hey, I want to talk about this today. First, let me tell you a story. I did CrossFit for a while with my family. I love CrossFit. I think it's a blast. But there's this part of CrossFit called double unders. Double unders where you jump and the rope goes under you twice. Now, it's fun, it's great. Some of you guys may have tried it, but for CrossFit, they've got these fast ropes. It's essentially like a little piece of wire. And I'm not the most coordinated, or I like to lift heavy things. I'm not necessarily the most coordinated. And I was trying, and oh my gosh, I was getting so mad because number one, I would step on the rope, right? So I wasn't getting around fast enough. And then when you mess up with that rope, it whips you either in the arm or the back of the legs. I had these welts all over me. So what I would do is I'd get frustrated, I'd try even harder. So I'd swing the rope faster, and all that was doing is whacking me harder, right? And then I got so mad, I remember I was there, full class of people, and I threw the rope against the wall and just quit. I quit that part of the workout. I would just skip the double unders part. Now, I would think that a lot of us are hard on ourselves. We are hard on ourselves. Here's what we're going to talk about this week is that there's two ways you look at it. There's two ways you respond that it manifests when you are hard on yourself, okay? So we're going to process that. One thing that's super important is that you know yourself. If you want to be successful, not just in the short term but the long term, you have to know yourself. You have to understand yourself, okay? So there's two ways. I would say almost everybody watching this that you're hard on yourself, but it manifests in two different ways, and you have to know and understand which one you are. So let's talk about those two ways. The first way, that if you're hard on yourself, and you meet something, you go, go, go. In my story about the CrossFit and the double unders, you actually see both ways. But the first one, when I messed up, I pushed harder. I fought harder. I would swing faster. And it really didn't fix it. It really didn't help me. But a lot of us are hard on ourselves, right? And that's great. You can be successful. Not just hard on yourself, but it makes you go. It makes you push harder. It makes you run faster, which is great. And you can be successful in that some, but if you're not careful, you'll burn out. If you're not careful, you do what I did, all those double unders, you end up quitting. You have to know how can you be successful for the long haul when you're hard on yourself makes you go, go, go. So what can you do? How can you be successful for the long haul even though that's your personality, that's how you work? This is how you do that. Once a week, I want you to write down the things that are going well. I want you to write down the wins that you've had. What are some things you've done well? And we're not just doing that to pat you on the back. We're not just doing that to say hoorah. We're doing that so you can repeat those things. See, if when you're hard on yourself, you go, 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 a lot of times you don't think about the past at all, and you'll stop doing things that made you successful in the first place. So if you're hard on yourself, it makes you go, go, go. You need to take some time once a week, put it in your calendar where you stop and say, what did I do well this week, and how can I make sure that I continue to do that? Let's talk about the second thing. The second thing, you're hard on yourself, and I think this is most of us. If you're a young adult, if you're a student, this is what a lot of people do. If you're hard on yourself to the point where it paralyzes you, you're not sure how to do something, you're not sure how to process something, you're not sure how to move forward, so what you do is you just stop, right? A lot of people that I really look to and respect, I think they have a lot of ability, they only have two speeds. Either they win or they don't try. They win or they don't try. If they think that they might lose, they just rather not try. But that's not good. See, that causes just to have this paralysis where we don't move. See, if you're hard on yourself, and if you're honest with yourself, when you're hard on yourself, if you quit, I've got this Bible verse for you that I want you really to take to heart. This is in 1 Corinthians 4:20. 1 Corinthians 4:20, it says this right here. For the kingdom of God is not a matter of talk, but of power. This is Paul writing. He actually says, which do you prefer? Shall I come to you with a rod of discipline, or shall I come with you love and a gentle spirit? See, you're not called to talk. You're not called to think about it or to talk about it. You're called to be about it. You're called to move to action. You're called to propel yourself forward. So if you're the kind of person you would say, hey man, you know what, that's me. Whenever I feel when I get stopped or whenever I get hard on myself, I stop. I get paralyzed, right? If that's you, I want you to write down the opportunities missed. I want you to write down each week, maybe at the end of the week, write down all the opportunities you had that you didn't take, that you didn't go after because you got paralyzed, right? Because you got hard on yourself. We're all hard on ourselves. The question is, what do we do from there? If you're a go, go, go person, you need to write down the wins. If you're a person that gets paralyzed but when things get hard, right, whenever you get hard on yourself, I need you to write down the opportunities missed. And again, it's not to beat you up. It's so that when you see them again, you remember them and you can go after them. So what's the move to action step outside of those two things? I want you to find somebody who's like you. I want you to find somebody who has that same focus, mentality, personality, who is successful, and ask them how they're successful. How are they successful for the long haul, or how did they get over that paralysis? I love you. Let's move to action this week. Share this with somebody. I cannot wait to see you next week. I'm praying for you every day. I'll see you next week.